Are women gonna have to start boycotting dating apps? And let me explain, because we know boycotts work. I was having this discussion with my friends this morning, and I think it is food for thought. I think we should seriously think about doing something here. I hate to put this on women, but I think we have to break the cycle here. What has happened is our entire dating life has moved online. And personally, I just don't think that's gonna cut it. What I think one of the biggest disconnects is that men are on dating apps to hook up and women are on dating apps to find love and relationships. And that's just not matching up.
Chad's Tyrone, good looking or wealthy men, or both, running through women. Running through them. Reckless disregard for their feelings. No one cares.
No one cares.
No one cares. Lovely woman using her as an example. Now, we don't know if this woman has encountered a lot of Chads who have ran through her. We don't know that. However, it wouldn't be surprising if it had happened. If some Chads had ran through it, it wouldn't be surprising.
Why?
No. So while a lot of women are on there looking for a relationship,
I'm lonely.
there are a lot of men on there looking for hookups. Just a quick run through, yeah. Now we know by now that for the most part dating apps are fake, and there's lots of people right now complaining about the terrible choices and poor options they have on dating apps. Okay.
I'm dreading it.
But I want to talk about women getting played for a second.
I am the table.
And how much and how often that happens. According to dating apps, most women are seeking 10-20% of men. Most women. Okay, and that's dating app stats. That's from dating apps. So from that alone, you can see most of these women are only messing with 10 to 20% of the men.
Caring, sharing.
Okay, because these women only see those men as decent. Okay. So now, being a man with so many options, so many desperate... I know I'm laughing, it's not funny. Desperate women, desperate, lonely women who just, they're looking for love.
Every moment of my life is for real, baby.
Looking for love. But they end up coming across a man with nothing but stiff options for her. Nothing but stiff options. And a wet butt. Now here is the kicker. How much can we blame these men? To some degree, other men would be like, all these men are getting all the women. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Well, I mean, how much can you blame other men for women's choices? I mean, you can't, can you? It doesn't really make sense.
Nope.
These women are choosing certain men. So, I mean, if women are getting played on dating apps, who are they to blame?
Always the man's fault.
Blaming men is easy, but I mean, come on. You can't blame your choices? You can't blame your own choices? No accountability? No.
I finally had to delete mine because I was being so sexualized that I was like, this is just getting out of hand. Like, I don't want this in my life. The first opener with almost all men on dating apps is something sexual.
You might even enjoy it.
I think they get the notion that you are also there to just hook up and then automatically perceive that you're hooking up with everybody on the app. Like,
everyone gets a piece.
Maybe. If he thinks you're a garden tool and you're banging everyone.
It's not funny.
He probably thinks, she's easy, I can get in there.
Perfect.
But seriously, the perspective women miss is, for some of these men, that actually works. Women have no idea how other women have adjusted the bar for men. So even if this woman isn't drawn to Chads and she's not easily swayed by a Chad, other women are. Which means that some of these men understand, hey, I can just shoot my shot, let her know I want to bust a shot on her, and yeah, no beating around the bush. So I get her point, but understand, for some men, that's actually worked.
everybody, like anybody that has an active account is in your bed. That's just not the case. It's just not the case. More women than ever are celibate, not dating, and decentering men as a whole. I think women should seriously consider boycotting them as a whole, so that way these men are forced to talk to you in person like big boys do.
Are you sure about that?
And for as mad and crazy as cold approach is in 2024, yes, a lot of people are resorting back to that because of how crap the dating apps are. However, currently, too many men are in fear of approaching women.
Bruh.
For some men, it's not even a fear of approaching the woman, it's a fear of what could happen afterwards. Like, if you've been dating as a man for long enough, rejection is like, hey, it's a part of it, you get it. However, being filmed and put on the internet, being shamed, being dragged through some random group chat full of some squawking hyena broads. Yeah, no man wants that. No man wants that. So yes, we can see a current lean to cold approaching even more.
To talk to you in person like big boys do.
But the reason a lot of men approach online is because it's easier, it's safer for them, and the rejection is less impactful because you can just turn your phone or your computer off.
I don't give a fuck.
And walk away from it, more than being shamed in the street. So I get her point.
Talk to you in person like big boys do.
It's not going to go as smoothly as she thinks it will.
And also break the perception, which I know the perception is on them, but break the perception that you're a hoe, that you are just getting it all around town. A lot of it lies in what men are consuming in red pill media. And don't be fooled, because it's any man who is of any political affiliation, any race, any religion, and any background. They are all consuming it.
I'm a relationship scientist. I'm not red pill.
Nope.
There are certain elements about it that don't make sense to me. And I'm looking beyond what that is because I do feel that's restrictive in itself.
Evolution.
So as a relationship scientist, I can make the point that a lot of men do think a lot of women are loose. And that's because a lot of men have seen women being loose. A lot of men have actually seen and experienced women being loose. So on one hand, I get her point. It's a prejudgment sort of thing. It's men putting a judgment on women when it's like, no, she could really be a delicate flower. More than some chick that's been ran through by everyone in your city. No, she could really be delicate. So you can understand. A lot of women have a certain prejudgment on them nowadays because of certain content.
Like yours.
I mean, some women do fit that character.
Because remember, a man is always a man. No matter who he is, he's a man.
Okay.
I watched a TikTok of a red pill media maker today talk about how men will no longer go up to women, even if it's in person, or make the first move, because they automatically think that you have so many pots on the stove that you need to choose them as the best pot on the stove. And that is just so beyond what is actually happening here. It's definitely a scary concept, because once you remove dating apps, like, where are you dating? When are you getting male interaction? Which conceptually, if we think about it, deleting apps would completely remove dating from our lives. That's just not something that is acceptable, I think, at this point in time.
So no boycotting. After everything you've just said, you've realized that you may have no choice if dating apps don't exist, because that is normal and common now. Dating apps. You want to go back to meeting people in person? That's cute. That's cute. But everyone isn't going to abandon dating apps, even though I think a lot of them should. So it's back to the drawing board, isn't it?
One tip that my friend had mentioned today is just letting dating apps give us the ick. Let it give you the ick that they're on there picking out their horrendous pictures that they do, and that they're selecting, looking for a long-term relationship but open to short, or something casual but they're 35 and want kids. And let it give you the ick that they're reaching out through a platform, and or not even reaching out and waiting for you to make the first
It's a platform that you're on as well. So you're trying to shame, okay, whatever. You're on the same platform, but okay.
move. Let it give you the ick. Let's, in 2024, have dating apps give us the ick, because none of us are going to be married.
Women get played, and the first thing they do is blame men. Because if cold approaching becomes popular again, the one thing we as men know is men are going to be the ones doing all the work in terms of approaching.
To this day!
Have a nice day.
Forced to talk to you in person like big boys do.